Everyone loves an 11 a.m. training session, man. It's just the perfect time, man. All right, so for my seated cable, just kind of using this to warm up. So trying to keep my knees down. So I don't want a big knee bend on this because I want my glutes and my hamstrings to feel a stretch. So the aim is to kind of bend more at the waist, feel that stretch, not just through my back, but through the back of my legs as well. Rotating tight, just start warming up, like so. And I always have that cue, that kind of little bit of tension before I lift, so that shoulders back there, a little bit of tension on the arms, drive back, arms first, back second, so arms, back, arms, back, arms, back. And let's get more of that stretching. Because I've got the weight light, I'm not really worried about the number of reps at the moment, but I typically like to do 3 to 4 sets of 8. I think, because I haven't been down to the gym for a couple of weeks, just going to go for like 3 sets of 8. Nothing too crazy today. Aim is just to get a nice big stretch, because all my back is feeling tight. So I made it a little heavier. By the way, when I'm rowing, what I will say is that for some reason, this never ever gets used at the gym. I don't know what they call it, just a wide version of that triangle bar. But yeah, this is way, way better than using that little tiny triangle piece, which I've never really understood why people like over this, because this gets real tight into the waist, which I've always really, really enjoyed, because I can get my elbows further back and I feel you get better engagement through your lats or your back, whichever you're targeting. Get a nice grip in there. Always do that funny little pullback. Don't know why, no reason for it, just feels great. Alright, big stretch. Breathe in, engage, drive arms back, arms forward. Nice big stretch, engage, arms. Stretch if I want to get the lats more. Just try and take that more into the hips. There we go. That'll do. Could definitely push harder, but not feeling great. Bit of a get it done kind of day. But I will always try and keep my heels up high rather than have my toes down here on the pad. I try and keep my heels on it. Because like I said, you get that nice kind of glute stretch, that hamstring stretch, which pays off with a bit of increase in mobility. And of course, as anyone knows, as you get a bit older, lower back can feel a little bit sore a little bit more often. So anything to keep that nice and flexible, nice and mobile around the hip joint, around the glutes, is definitely beneficial, that's for sure. Alright, we'll go one more set and then I'm going to switch to some single arm stuff. So that's where I feel I'll get the best stretch. And I'm not one of those people that focuses entirely on just the stretch, because if you just focus on stretch alone, you're leaving a lot of your development, a lot of your improvement out by just lifting a heavier weight, by focusing on a good contraction, by focusing on more tension on the concentric part of the movement, just by focusing purely on stretch. But it does feel damn good, especially as you get older. That stretch becomes very, very valuable and very, very helpful, for sure. All right, one more set, another single arm. Right, get on my heels. Big stretch. Pull. Hold. 1. Tense. 5, 2. Always lose a bit of form, start to tire. I'm also a big fan of these bear grips. I know some will argue, why do you use them, don't need them, build up your finger strength and stuff like that, but I can tell you now, these have helped improve my back strength, or with any of my kind of row, massively, because my forearms aren't fatiguing by the time I want to lift, sort of in the later sets, that top set. So these feel a lot better. And don't get me wrong, you don't have to train with these all the time. You can take these off and let your fingers do some of the work as well. But the whole point is that these don't massively fatigue, these stop your forearms from massively fatiguing, so you can do more back work. Single handle, which on a cable machine, again, seated row. This is actually one of my favourite things to do. So if I just get a good stretch, and I've got a little exercise which some people are probably going to think looks ridiculous, but I get an awful lot from it. And as a famous bodybuilder once told me, famous bodybuilder, that sounds weird, just do what feels good when working out, because obviously what would feel good right now would be something far more relaxing, but this is definitely enjoyable for me. So going with the bear grips, really kind of hook it in with that underhand grip. Well, sorry, not underhand, it's like that. Not just using them like this, like a hook, but actually hooking them in this way. It's a really good way to, is the best way to use them, I think. Alright. So, get nice and settled, because the cable wants to pull me across. So the way I set myself up on this is a bit nice and wide with the feet. Just one hand on the knee. And that stretch there feels amazing. Engage. Drive. 1. Feels good. Appreciate it's probably the most inspiring workout. Like I said, I haven't been in a couple of weeks. I've just not been feeling great, feeling a bit rough. No idea why. One more on the other side, but it's because I was just kind of getting lost in it a little bit, just enjoying it. I don't know about you, does anyone else ever just run hot? You meet someone who feels the cold in their bones, and you see them wrapped up in hoodies and whatnot. But I'm regretting just being in tracksuit bottoms. It's only 6 degrees Celsius today. And I'm still very hot. Alright, we'll do 2 more sets. Another one, just regular single row. And I'm going to do my funny glute sort of stretch exercise, which I'm sure someone will think is ridiculous, but like I said, I get a lot from it. So that's what I'm going to go with. Feels good, I just don't have the energy. It's a nice stretch, nice contraction, maybe a little bit fast. I'm feeling very hot today and I just don't seem to have as much energy, which is going to be interesting because we're doing shoulder press in a bit. Stretch. Good contraction, but definitely too fast, not enough tension. Yeah, this is my kind of silly sort of stretch set, which just feels great on stretching out from the outside of the hip, that glute medius area, lower back. But it's going to look a little bit silly. But I promise you, it feels very, very good. So the way we set this up, think of it kind of like almost like a pigeon stretch. So 1 foot in the middle, and it's just that stretch there. Just using the cable machine to pull me in, like so. Hold on to your leg, back there. Oh. Not really worried about the row, just want the stretch. 1, 2. And I'm only rowing to kind of relax it between stretches. You could go on the outside of the leg a little bit. So as you can see, it's not really a row, it's just a really, really good stretch. Right in your lower back across that glute medius as well. And that's why I enjoy that, so I just find it's worth doing a set of it. As you see, I only did it like 5 times, because that's what you really need. Don't need to be in here forever. Right, hold on, same side as the rowing hand. 1. And that is a big stretch on the glutes. Great for the lower back. Alright, let's go shoulder press.